coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.
Hey man, shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Plum, man. Y'all know I appreciate the love. I definitely appreciate the support. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, what's up? It's fight. Got the fight week in me. Listen, man, let's go. Listen, we have now been informed that for some reason or another, that you can sub, man, and the people will take your sub off. So I'm asking each and every one of y'all that's out there to support this TBP Nation on the road to 100K. Check your status. Make sure you sub. You may think you already sub, but somebody might have removed your sub. So you may have to go back in there and resub. Check your status. Let's get this 100K. Let's get this meet and greet. Let's keep it pushing. Let's keep going. Salute TBP Nation. We out here, man. Let's cut the flammery out. YouTube, cut the flammery out. Hey, man, let's go, man. Big love on the back end of the video. Hopefully, y'all watched the video yesterday when we was talking about, you know, the Richmond mob, and I was telling y'all how they was in the system and VA. You know, respect. They, you know, like I said, they was doing their thing in there, man, and they want nobody to be played with. So, you know, when you went at them, you had to come correct, man. You did. But on the flip side, I'd be remiss if I did not talk about the Tidewater mob. And the Tidewater mob. Now, I'm telling y'all, this is before gangs. This before the Bloods, the Crips, the GDs, because all of that stuff went in Virginia. I don't know what's going on in these other cities, especially these big cities and stuff like that. I'm sure that's a big thing. From what I've always heard, that's how the system is run, especially in big places like LA and all of that. But I'm going to tell you, it was not like that in Virginia. Now, in 2024, you know, you got Bloods, you got Crips, you got GDs, you got, you know, all of that type of stuff is in the system now. They're not as big as they are in bigger cities, but they are forced to be reckoned with in the Virginia penal system right now, for sure, especially the Bloods and the Crips. But before all of that, you had Richmond and you had Tidewater, and that's who you had. And them two mobs was big. Maybe not equal in size. Maybe Richmond was a little bigger. Now, to me, in my opinion, the difference was Richmond was more like locked in, man. Like, you know, Richmond didn't separate. The best way I could put it, they didn't separate. You from Richmond, they rolling with you from Richmond. Tidewater mob was different. It was like more like it was sectioned off. Like they had, I don't know all the names of the places. I just know the ones that's in my brain from what me hearing in the system all the time. Northview, Park Place. They roll with each other. Okay, from Park Place. Okay, he from Northview. You know what I'm saying? You know, stuff like that. They had their own little cliques within the Tidewater mob because this is 7 cities. There's 7 cities out here in Tidewater. I can't name them all. I'm going to forget a few, so I ain't even going to try. But I know the ones off the top of my head. You got Norfolk, you got Portsmouth, you got Suffolk, you got Virginia Beach, you got Newport News, you got Chesapeake, and yeah, the last one is one more. Somebody gonna tell me in the video, I know. But yeah, it'd be hard for me always to name them all. But normally they're sectioned off, like, you know, you from this part, you from this part, you from this part. But just as dangerous, man. Just as dangerous. Portsmouth. Just as dangerous. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the dudes that I talked about in the video, you know, in my videos, is from these places. Some of the most notorious dudes that I have talked about is from Tidewater. You know, you got the Bo Billies, Tidewater. Sam Pitts, Tidewater. Spook Dust, Tidewater. Chucky, Tidewater. Who else I put in my videos? All of them dudes right there is from the 757. You know what I'm saying? They from Tidewater, man. And these dudes were big presence, in the system, man. Big presence in the system, big names in the system, big respect in the system. And they put that work in, man. You know what I'm saying? They put that work in, real talk. I knew, like Tidewater. I think Tidewater. I've been on a couple of institutions where Tidewater done beef with Richmond, and it gets serious, man. It get real serious. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, Tidewater gonna hold their own too. Catch more from Tidewater. You know what I'm saying? A lot of well-known dudes, man, was in that system. That was from Tidewater. A lot of good athletes in there from Tidewater. A lot of gangsters in there from Tidewater. A lot of dope boys in there from Tidewater. So the 757 was deep too, man. They hold their own, man. And like I say, some of the most vicious things that I done seen in the system have came, from the hands of somebody from Tidewater. Like I say, and then Tidewater would beef with Tidewater. See what I'm saying? Because of the different sexes. Like I said, I remember when they had the big thing with Chucky and what's my man name? And Chucky was feared over the whole compound, man. I told y'all before, that's like one of the first compounds I went to where like everybody was scared of this one dude, or everybody knew this one dude, And when him and his homeboy got the rumbling, and that was a big thing because he was a knockout artist himself. He was feared in his own right. And his name is slipping my memory right now. But they had this big epic fight, but both of them was from Tidewater. If I'm not mistaken, both of them was from the same hood, and they got it on in there, and that just even more so up Chucky's reputation. And Chucky had already been known for putting hands on people, knocking dudes out, pushing that Bethlehem, and dudes was scared of him. He was a force to be reckoned with. But when I was in the wall, you got the big names like Bo Billy and Sam Piss and all these dudes like that. Spook Dust. These dudes from Tidewater. I think Spook Dust and Bo Billy is from Portsmouth. Portsmouth dangerous out here right now. Portsmouth dangerous out here right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the 757, and I told you the one couple of times that I done been through Portsmouth since I've been out here. It ain't really been safe, So yeah, but these dudes, this type of stuff, it carry over into the system, man. And these dudes get in the system and realize that they locked up, man, and realize that we all in this same struggle together. So somehow that bands people together, because like I say, it's a weird dynamic, man. Prison is just so different from everything else. You could be on the street, and when you on the street, you beefing with dudes this from your area, this from your city. That's who you shooting at. That's who you competing with when you selling drugs. That you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no beef with nobody from no other city because you don't know them. But when you in the system, these dudes that was beefing with each other and shooting at each other on the street, now they together. Because there's a common goal, and that's to get out the penitentiary. And then you got other enemies, you got other foes. And it's made like that, and it's designed like that for you to be in the system and in different places be beefing with each other. It's designed like that. Why? Because when somebody get to beefing and then somebody get in, then somebody else get in, then they make it about the city when it's really about the individuals that's been beefing. But it don't turn out that way. So dudes will come together that they ain't even like each other on the street to make sure that they conquer you if you opposing them. So it's a wicked thing, man. But yeah, all these dudes, man, had mad reputations in the in the penitentiary, man. I'm not sure where Pat Facey from. I'm wondering where Pat Facey from. I think Pat Facey in Fleetwood. I'm not sure if they from Tidewater or they from Richmond. But Muddy is from Richmond. He one of the biggest and strongest dudes to come through the system. You know what I'm saying? And then you already know you got Big Lamont Kane in Richmond. So it's just so many different dynamics, man. But those are the two biggest mobs in the penitentiary. I don't say gangs, I say mobs because it's a different dynamic. This was before we was hollering gangs and all that. They don't even use that lingo down here in Virginia. But man, You ain't gonna find too many more people in the system, or if any, that was more dangerous than Bo Billy and Sam Pierce, and you know, like I say, even Spook does, even Chucky in his heyday. You know what I'm saying? But all of these dudes are before Chucky. Chucky was in the era when I come in. Bo Billy and Sam Pierce is in the era before I get in. They've already established their name in the penitentiary before, you know, I even knew the penitentiary exists. You know, these dudes been in the penitentiary since the 70s. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just a youngin' doing this time. But that's how long they've been thugging in the penitentiary. So by the time I get in the penitentiary, these dudes' name is known not only just by the inmates and the convicts, but by the administration as well. You know, and as we already know, Bo's still in there thugging there, man, trying to get up out there, pulling up on 50 years. Spook does pulling up on 50 years. You know what I'm saying? My homeboy Van Burton, 757. You know, all of these dudes is from the 757, man. So, like I say, and yeah, a lot of them done got bodies in the system. Then you know, Weo, he from the 757. He got the body in the system. You know, Fat Daddy, I think Fat Daddy from the 757, he got a body in the system. You know, so it's like that, man. You know, Tidewater is to be respected in that system, and dudes gonna let you know, hey, yeah, I'm from the 757. Hey, yeah, man, I'm from Park Place. Hey, man, I'm from Norview. You know, all of these dudes, they gonna let you know where they from, and that's where they gonna stand at in the system. Like you go in the Fed system, you know, it's the same way, to my understanding. You know, they got a DC card, they got a this card, they got, you know, because in the Feds, people come from all over the country. So that's a whole different dynamic right there. So they have no choice but to stick together. In the state system, they have kind of like incorporated that with these cities, man. It depends on what city you from. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna stick together. You know what I'm saying? Even though we all in there, we all against the administration. If we all band together and went against the administration, then it would be a whole different ball game as far as with the penal system. But that's just too much like right, and I ain't never seen that happen. You know, and then when the riots and stuff like that come, man, everybody separate. You know, everybody separate, man. It's going to be a group of these dudes that's from here. It's going to be a group that's from there, and that's how it's going down. That's how it's going down. But at least during the riot, when the police come, everybody fighting against the police. Everybody fighting against the police. But before the police get there, the dudes is beefing amongst each other, because this is a time now where, you know, it's lawless. Because the police ain't calling no shots in the middle of a riot. Everything is going on. Everything is going on. It is lawless when it's a riot. You know, so you own your own. So people got to click up and they got to, you know, band together, because it's dangerous now. It's even more dangerous than it is when we just on regular movement and we on regular, you know, go on the population. It's a riot. Ain't no police. It's understood. Ain't no police gonna come and interfere in nothing that's going on. So if you ain't with somebody or you ain't clicked up, then if you got beef, man, it's going down. And you may just go down with it. You know, so, and I've been in a couple of riots, man, and yeah, it get chaotic, it get crazy, it's I don't know what. But yeah, man, a lot of the violence that I've seen in the penitentiary has definitely come from 757. You know what I'm saying? It definitely come from the 757. So, you know, you got dudes this in that 757, man, this known in that system and will be known, and their name and locked in the system for a long time. Like I said though, when you get to the point where you talking about, you know, is it a gang? Do the administration consider it as a gang? I don't know, because they brought in the gang TAC team probably around, I don't know, maybe around, I'm trying to think in my mind, when the first time I ever remember dealing with the gang task force, because they started coming around making everybody, you know, take pictures. If you had tattoos, they take you and they make you take your shirt off, and they take pictures of all your tattoos, and they start putting it in the database. Now I don't know if they was labeling dudes as like from Richmond or Richmond mob or the Tidewater mob or whatever, but the Crips, Bloods, GDs, MS-13s, all of that, you was labeled and you went in the system as being in a gang. So I think in the Virginia system, they got it down as, you know, Richmond, you know what I'm saying? If you from Richmond, man, this is what it is. If you from Tidewater, that's what it is. Because those are the two biggest entities in the Virginia penal system. You know what I'm saying? Why? I don't know. I don't know if it's just a lot of dudes get locked up from both areas, or there's a lot of crime in both areas. But I know there's no two bigger parties in the Virginia penal system than 757 and Richmond. You know what I'm saying? And I guess, I don't know how Richmond got more people than 757, because 757 got 7 cities. But if you ask me, in my opinion, Richmond still has the biggest mob in the penitentiary. And they gonna be a whole juggernaut to deal with. 757 just as big, but they clicked off. You know what I'm saying? It's different parts. They clicked off. You might ask somebody from 757, and they may be like, "Oh man, he from Northview. I don't mess with him." Or man, he from Park Place. No, I'm from such and such. You know, so that's the difference in the dynamics of these two different places. But when it comes down to individuals from either Richmond or either from 757, then you know you can pick and choose them, because like I say, danger on both sides. Danger on both sides, man. But 757, big names, man. Big names come out of that 757. Big work put in the Virginia penal system out that 757. Big blood spilled out that 757, man. Real talk, lives taken out that 757. You know what I'm saying? And you got some dudes from Richmond that got bodies in the system as well. But I think it's more just off the top of my head on the 757 side. Now that ain't nothing really to be bragging about, and I don't want y'all to take it as bragging. I'm telling y'all this because this is fact. You know what I'm saying? To just let you know the mentality of these two different, cities. Because, you get in that system, man, I'm telling you, man, the system is wicked, the system is vicious. And if a dude is in that system and he willing to take life in the system, I don't care where he from or who you talking about. You talking about a dude that's going to be respected and he going to be feared. He's going to be feared. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the one thing that you don't really want to, line you really don't want to cross in prison, because if you take a life, you may be taking your own life, because you may go to the electric chair. So when you got dudes, their mentality is so, strict that they ain't worried about that. You come at them on, you know what I'm saying? They trying to take you away from here. Then you talking about, a dangerous individual, man. A dangerous individual. That ain't worried about, okay, worry about, you know what I'm saying? I get an electric chair, man. That's deep. That's deep, man. That's deep. Because if dude ain't worried about dying, you can rest assured he ain't worried about taking your life. If he ain't worried about dying, you can rest assured he not worried about taking your life. I think Johnny Nelson, I want to say Johnny Nelson from Tidewater, but he very well may be from Richmond. He very well may be. Riverboat, I think, is from Tidewater. George Lee Flight, Tidewater. George McGee, Richmond. Bo Dix, Richmond. Zach Ali, Stacey Perry, Richmond. I'm just thinking of these names of these dudes right now that's known all over the system. All over the system. And what side they on. But make no mistake about it, man. Tidewater is definitely a force to be reckoned with in that system, man. And I can tell you stories on each and every one of them individuals that I've been around, that you will understand the seriousness of them and the mentality that they have. And I can only attribute that to the city that they come out of, the hood that they come out of, how they was raised, because you're gonna be a product of your environment. You definitely gonna be a product of your environment. So like I say, Tidewater get their props in that system as well, man. They ain't to be played with, man. Believe that. And if you don't know and you go up in there and you get to playing with them, you'll find out real fast. And then you got all brand little smaller places, but they not even in comparison to Richmond or Tidewater. Because you got Petersburg, and like I told you, Petersburg is a locked in spot within itself. And Petersburg is small in comparison to Richmond and Tidewater. Jokers out of Petersburg, man. Hey, man, they one or two things. They either just quiet and out the way, or they straight maniacs. Yeah, straight maniacs. Either or. Bruh Bruce, Gangsta Slim, these dudes are straight maniacs. And people in the system know that and understand that. You know what I'm saying? It's a hierarchy in there, man, and how things go. And these dynamics you need to know when you in this system, because you in the Virginia system. It's going to be like that on every compound you go on. It's going to be a force of Richmond dudes. It's going to be a force of Tidewater dudes on every compound you go on in the state of Virginia. And you go in there playing with them or disrespecting, oh 757, man, oh man, yeah. You try it if you want to. Try it if you want to. It ain't gonna work out for you, man. But yeah, man. So anyway, I just wanted to make that video real fast because I made the Richmond video, and I just wanted to, just put that out there for the 757 dudes as well, because a couple of them say, man, what about the 757? Yeah, respect to the 757 too, man. They ain't nothing to play with. There ain't nothing to play with, man. So I guess the moral of the story is, man, there's some thorough dudes everywhere that you come from. So you just can't say, oh man, dudes from here like this, or dude from there soft. Nah, bro, nah. They got some real ones that come from everywhere. It's real ones all over the world, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna never get no one place that all of these dudes like this and all of these dudes like that. But you got real people everywhere. But I know these two cliques right here, these two mobs right here in that Virginia penal system, they're forced to be reckoned with. And I just wanted to point that out, man. So yeah, but anyway, man, shout out to the 757 and all of the thoroughbreds, man, and real gangsters that come out of there, man, and hold it down in the system, and ain't just going for anything. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Talk to me in the comments. I talk back. As I said, I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Y'all check y'all status. These people playing some flammery games. They they backing up subs. The closer we get, the more they back it up. But like I said, man, the only way to beat the algorithm is to be you. They can't be humans. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Subscribing to the page is free. It don't cost you nothing. It's free with Luther Johnson. So check your status. Make sure you subscribe if you like the content. If you want to keep us moving, if you want to keep this thing growing and going, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like, comment, share these videos, and post them on your social media so we can get some more people over here, man. So we can get some of these youngest. Next thing we be talking about is how many people from Tidewater don't go to the system. How many people from Richmond don't go to the system. We got to change the narrative, man. So that's the goal. Salute to TBP Nation. We out here. We pushing P. We ain't gonna stop no matter what they do. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, and duck that system. And duck them hooks, man. They out there, and you don't want to get caught up in there. You don't want to get caught up in their system, because they ain't got nothing good for you. We out.
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, and I'm rich in